Let's zoom in and check, see how it works. Plus sign, zoom in, grab it, and it's right there. Alright, today I'm going to show you how I take a photograph of an airplane plan and put it into Inkscape and scale it from there or make some parts from it. I was just working on a project, the Kerswap RC and free flight version, and I photographed a vintage plan that my brother had, and I thought, you know, that would be kind of cool to show you if you ever had to photograph a plan, how to convert it over and make sure everything is correct and scale it and make some parts. So let's get started. I start my screen recording and I'll jump into Inkscape. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I already have Inkscape open right here, and let me load in import my image, because the last video what I did was I showed you how to take a PDF, but I figured this would be kind of cool, how to import a photograph. You can import it like I'm doing right here, or just if you had it on desktop, drag and drop. Kerswap, there's a couple photographs I have right there. It probably jumped on my other screen. Yep, I just gotta hit OK. There we go. Alright, so there it is. There's our document page, which we don't have to worry about that right now, but there's the photograph. So how do I know this is the scale? So if you ever have an opportunity, hold on, let's zoom in, remember, plus sign. If you ever have an opportunity to photograph a plan, like I did here at my brother's, I just laid it on his floor in his storage area, and I threw a ruler on it. That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter what size it is, whatever you're doing, throw a ruler on it so you have reference. So here you go. So I'm going to show you this plan. So there's the photograph. It's an original Kerswap plan, which I haven't seen any of these. I'm zooming in right here. There it says Kerswap, but check that out. The plan is pretty beat up. There's some pieces missing, and look at all the pinholes. This has been built many times, but anyway, okay, that's enough history lesson, right? Okay, so there's the ruler I threw on there. I'm going to zoom in. Now, just like I talked in another or previous video, we got to pull reference. So we come to the pen tool, and I'm going to zoom in just so I can, doesn't matter, pick an inch. Excuse me. Go one more. There we go. So I'm going to go right here. And then remember, hold down the control. Yep, control key. Creates that horizontal line. And then I'm coming right here. And then enter will break that line. And there it is. So I already have it in red, so we can see it. Now, go to, well, we don't really, here, I'll show you. Redo a refresher here. Open up the sidebar. And we're already on stroke, so remember, no fill. For a line it's a stroke, and then stroke style I have it set for 0.5 millimeter, so we're all good. Alright, then hit select tool, and that up here, remember, not the height, that's the width, so the length of it, which is, I'm sorry, the height is the 0.50 millimeter, the width is what we want. So this is in millimeters, which we're trying to get inches, so we're going to change that. Go to inches, and I got 0.132. So it's just a mathematical equation. So we know that the scale right now is too big. So I drew a line. So this would be an inch in the photograph, but I'm actually measuring 1.32 inches. So we just got to scale the image down. Not a big deal. So we need a calculator. Just let me jump over here and grab one. Where's my calculator? There it is. Okay. Oh, that was from a previous example. All right. So we just take we want an inch. So 1 inch divided by, and our measurement, 1.32 equals 0.7, actually 76%. So we're going to do it in percentage. But if we want to be super accurate, we'll do 75, 75. So 75%, 0.75. So there's our number. Let's just move it up to the side so we don't forget. So now, let's zoom out. Minus sign, oops, I'm on the, actually we'll close that out because I was still on there. Okay, back to Inkscape. Just clicked on it, zoom out. So we want to go to the image. I'll open up my sidebar, there it is. Okay, zooming out again. So I just want to get that little red line, our little reference line out of the way. And drag it up here. Go right there. So we go to scale, transform tool, remember? And there's our scale. Now let's make sure the image is locked. I want to lock it. Excuse me. And when I go to scale, we want 75% point or 75.75. So we want to do it proportionally. Just highlight that, put in 75.75, and there it is. Just reduced it down. Everything's proportional, and we are good. The only other thing that I forgot to show you is you want to eventually lock this layer. So we want to get this path off of there. We don't want to draw on top of that. So I'm going to create a new layer. Should have did this before we started. Layer 2, we're going to draw a drawing on that. I'm going to grab that path. That is right there, the little reference line. And I right click, and I should have a move to layer. Boom. And I'm going to move it to layer 2. Look at that, boom. Now it's on layer 2. And to confirm that, you can just turn it, see the little eye symbol, you can turn it off, and it will go away. And when you turn it back on, it's right there. Just gotta zoom in to see it. Okay, so that's it. That is now ready to go. So I'm gonna lock it so we don't move anything around. Lock it. This is where you can make it go away. But lock it is where you can't mess it up. See, I can't click on it, can't drag, can't write on it, because I don't want to change that reference point. All right, so we're back on layer 2, and now we'll just confirm. We'll grab our zoom in, and there's our little line. Let me grab that. So this was, excuse me. Remember I'm just gonna drag it right over here. Just trying to bring it back down to the ruler, and I'll show you here 1 second. Close enough. Zoom in. Okay, so here's our line. And this was, do you remember, 1.32. Now if you can see the drawing has been scaled down. We're still select, let's just change it. Let's put it to 1 inch. 1 inch. And let's zoom in and check, see how it works. Plus sign, zoom in. Grab it. And it's right there. Right like I did it, 1 to 1. So good. I don't need it. Delete it. All right. So that's how I do it. So now what I would do is just start drawing off this photo. Oops. Yeah, got the select. That's right. I can't move it. Forgot about that. So I would just start drawing off of it. That is ready to go. And then you can move your parts up. You can change your document size and move your parts around. Or just what I would do, which I'm planning on doing this. I actually started in another one. I just start laying out the lines. So what I'll do, well, we're here, right? Let's just keep going for a minute. I won't bore you with it. We're not going to draw the whole thing, but first thing I do is find a reference line for the center. So we got to unlock the drawing, the image, because I'm going to probably have to spin it. There we go. So let's come back to layer 1. I'm going to unlock it. Okay, now I can move stuff around, and probably should have just stayed on layer 1. Okay. Should highlight that. That's not highlighting. Layer 1. Oh, because the image is locked. See that? Make sure that's unlocked. All right. Now we're good. Okay, so I could now just be careful. Make sure that's still locked, but don't grab any of these handles because you'll change the scale. Okay, so if you did make a mistake, remember, go back. You can always go back to the transform tool right there, and you could go back and check your scale if you did grab a handle and move stuff around. But we're not doing that right now. All right. I don't know why my mouse. I don't know why it does that. Okay. So what I would do here is I'm going to draw a reference line, horizontal line. So let's do this real quick. It won't take too long. Pen tool again. Just click a spot, come all the way over, and remember, hit Control. Perfect horizontal line. Click off of it, and then enter. All right. There's our line. So let's just see. Zoom in. And I'm going to zoom in here, grab this line. So most plans, they'll be drawn like a center line to the fuselage where the engine is, or the top part of the fuselage. Anything you think is a horizontal line, because we want to draw everything off of that. So I'm going to zoom back in. So I'm just going to pick the top of the fuselage right here. Come in, and I'm just going to put it right there. Now, what I want you to see, this is kind of what I want to show you. It's tilted. So if I was to start drawing everything off of this, nothing would be square. If I started to lay out lines over this line, it wouldn't be square. So I want to keep it as square as possible. So all I have to do is rotate the image until this top line lines up with the drawing. So all I'm going to do, when you click on here, see how that, now if I click again, that means you can rotate it. So just grab that corner, see how it rotates it? Just a little bit. Now zoom in, and I'm going to recheck that horizontal line. It moves it, but all I'm looking at is that parallel. Oh, pretty close. So let's zoom in and grab that line. Start right there at the top of the fuselage and check right across. Yeah, that's good for me. That's pretty good. That's probably an error in the drawing or my photograph. Remember, it is an image. So that's it. So the image now has been rotated, and I have my reference line. So I'm going to click back onto the image, make sure we're on that layer 1, go back to layers, which is that symbol right there, and I'm going to lock the whole first layer, which locks the whole layer. So technically, yeah, I shouldn't be able to do, oh, now I drew that path on there. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to unlock it because I don't want that path. That was our reference line. Yep, see that? So get that off of there. Move. Layer 2. So when you're drawing, make sure you're on the correct layer. I should have been on layer 2, so that's my fault. Okay, back to layer 1, which is highlighted. Now we're going to lock it because we don't want anything to happen to that. And that's it. So when I click off of it, I won't be able to select it. Double check, locked. This is unlocked, obviously. And zoom out. So that's how I would start. It's that simple. And then just start drawing. It takes a long time. I'm sure there's faster ways to do it. So then what I'll do, now I know my image is, what would you call that? Horizontal? Scaled properly. I am ready to start drawing. So I'll zoom back in here. Yeah, so I'd probably lay out get rid of this line, start laying out lines. Now here's an example when it starts to tilt off right there. See how it starts to slope off? I start with all straight lines first. All horizontal lines, get them in, and then I'll break them and edit them. Remember with the node tool, we talked about that. And just start laying lines. And remember you can bend and shape lines with that node tool as well. So that's where I would start. It's fun. It's very tedious and time consuming. But look, you can start dropping horizontal lines right here. The spars are going to be horizontal till they get to the wingtips right there. Just start laying out lines, and then you'll start laying in your curves. And then the other thing I do is I measure, like if there's an example that tells me it's an 1/8, I'll just make sure I'll put like an 1/8 inch block in here for a reference. With the, I use the rectangle tool. Draw some rectangles in there just for reference. Change the color just to keep everything accurate. And that's the way you do it. So I'm going to zoom back out, but that's it. I just want to touch base on that and show you how I take an image of a plan and start to get it to scale and then start drawing off the top of it using Inkscape. Wow, crazy, right? So anyway, hope you like this. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll absolutely answer anything you have. And I'm new at this, so I'm sure you can actually help me out and show me how to do things better and faster. And we'll work together at this. And main goal is let's go flying, right? Build and go, let's go flying. So anyway, I'm Barricchio, and I'll see you in the next one.